Hello, everyone. I want to share with you a way to set up a professional business email. Listen, sis, it is time out for that at Gmail, at yahoo.com email. I want you to show up as the true professional that you are. So I'm going to walk you through how to set this up. Is literally like $10 per month to have a professional email. And I love the fact that this is handled through Google. So it feels just like the regular Gmail. It just sets you up as a professional. If you look down below, you're going to see in the description box links to take you directly to the site. So you don't have to worry about trying to pencil in the actual URL. So let's get started. Once you go to the site, you're going to click on Get Started. And here you're going to enter in your business name. So I am going to do mine so we can do it together. You're also able to select the amount of employees that you actually have. Now, keep in mind, you're able to set up multiple emails. So for example, if you have employees that work with you, maybe in the customer service department, you can have customer service at thesocialbrand.com. I may have someone that works in the shipping department. So I could actually select shipping at thesocialbrand.com. What I also love about it, you're able to have and host multiple emails under the one actual business name, but also you can have those emails, although they go to specific departments, they could still come directly to you as the CEO of your business. So you're also on top of knowing everything that's happening in your business. I am such an advocate for knowing all of the moving parts. You may not have to handle specific things, but you at least want to know what's going on. So we're just going to select 2 to 9 for the sake of this example. You select your country and then select next. From here, you're going to enter in all of your personal information. And I'm going to use an old email because I actually already have a professional email with them. So I'll use an old email here. This is also the first step. I want to make sure that I list this also in the description box. You want to make sure that you already own the domain name in which you want to create the email. So for example, I need to own thesocialbrand.com already before I actually start this process. I already own it. So I'm going to go ahead and select, yes, I have one I can use. If you do not have a domain name already, you can actually select, no, I need one, and you can also purchase that domain through Google itself. It will allow for you to do that, but just keep in mind the domain name has to be available for you to actually purchase. Type in our business name, so domain name, sorry. So my domain name is thesocialbrand.agency. Gonna hit next. You do have the option for when you add on the additional users, if you have other teammates or employees for your business, it can actually send them out instructions on how to use the features and things of that nature. So you can select to send it, or you can select no thanks, especially if you don't have any employees, if you're just starting out. So this is where you're gonna add on any of the usernames. So for me, I'm gonna put my name first, but it could be clients at thesocialbrand.agency. It could be the person's name. It's totally up to you. Set up the password, and I'm gonna also show you inside how to actually add on the additional employees and teammates. Okay, so it is $18 per month. Don't look at this as, oh, it's another cost for your business. Look at it like it's an expense, because this is actually tax deductible. So for $18 a month, you'll have a professional email and always be able to present yourself as such when conducting business. And I can definitely share with you, people respect you a lot more when you actually have a professional email. So at this time is where you're going to add in your actual address, and then also you're gonna also add in your payment information. I always use PayPal because for me, it's way simpler than having to go grab a credit card and have it handy. But if you prefer credit or debit card, your bank account, you choose that. For me, it's going to be PayPal. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter in my address details as well. One moment. I do recommend doing your business address, and that's your personal home address, when set up your business email. And if you do not have a business address, I actually have access to one, and I'll actually put the link in the description box as well for you to go ahead and set up that virtual address for your business. So I'm adding my details in right now, and then once we get to the payment screen, I'll share my screen once again. This entire setup should not take you more than 10 to 15 minutes, depending on if you're adding on like a ton of employees and things of that nature. All right, so we're going to go ahead and submit the payment for our email. Here we are. So we're going to hit next. All right, so you're going to continue to the next step. All right, so now you're going to want to go ahead and activate. Again, you want to make sure that you own your domain name. So now it's prompting me to actually log into GoDaddy. I personally utilize GoDaddy for the hosting of my actual domain name. So if you use GoDaddy as well, you want to continue to follow the video through. If you use any other type of hosting site, the steps may be a little different, so just keep that in mind. All right, and so it's going to automatically route me in. I was already logged into my domain, I was already logged into GoDaddy, so it automatically pops up everything. So now all I have to do is simply hit connect, and it's going to go ahead and sync those emails with that domain name. And it takes, a few moments to do so, not long at all. So while that process, we'll wait. All right, so everything is now done processing. If at this time you already know that you have additional users, go ahead and create them. I'm going to go ahead and create a couple. I already know that I'll need like clients, I'll need specific ones, so I'll go ahead and add that now. So I'll add myself again, and at this one, we'll call this one client. And if you have any alias for the email, you can add that as well, but I'm just going to keep it very simple. And we'll hit continue. You can add on additional features. I'm going to keep it moving. You can test out the email as well. So send a test email just to make sure everything is working properly. And let's go. Now you're in. Again, I love this because it looks and feels just like the regular Gmail. So you don't have to spend time trying to figure out new functions and how to move things around. It's exactly the same. Now you're set up, you can get to moving and get to working with your actual new email. But 1 second, I do want to show you on the back end how to add on additional users should your team expand, because that's what we're praying for, right? We're praying for more expansion. So I'm going to show you here on the back side how to do that. Make sure that you also set up your signature. You want to have a professional signature associated with your actual email as well, so that you don't have to always go in and enter in your name, your details, etc. Okay, and so to add on the additional users, you're going to have to go to the admin.google.com URL. Again, don't worry about it. I'm going to drop it down below in the description box. Make sure that you go there and log into the actual business account and not your actual personal account. So I'm going to go ahead and log into the admin. Once you're there, you're going to see here a box that says users. At this place is where you're going to manage and add and or delete users if you need to. So you go, you hit add user, you're going to enter in all of the details that are necessary for that person, their name, the email address you now want to assign to them as well. You hit save and now you have a new user. It's as simple as that. I hope this tutorial was very thorough, easy to understand, as well as showing you how quickly you can get this done. So you are now ready to use your professional email. So let's put it to work. Send me an email so I know that you actually set it up, you followed the steps, and again,